Welcome to our first leadership training session on Your Virtual Coach. I'm Sean, and as we begin this leadership journey together, I want to share with you why I created this blog. Now, in order to answer that question, we have to start with my passion. My passion is equipping leaders and their teams for maximum influence. I get the opportunity to live out this passion through many different avenues, like this blog. I actually began blogging back in 2010. It was on Blogger, if you remember that, and the site was so primitive. But I began that blog because I wanted to take the leadership lessons that I was learning and share them with other aspiring leaders who are wanting to grow in their leadership. Through that first blogging experience and some of the other personal and professional opportunities that have come my way, I have learned 3 valuable lessons in regards to the topic of leadership. First, there is no one-size-fits-all leadership journey or style. You see, leadership, it's not dependent on age, what job you have, or the strengths or weaknesses that exist in you. You can have 2 leaders with different personalities and different leadership styles, and both of them can still accomplish significant results. Second, even though there is no one-size-fits-all leadership style, there are principles that transcend culture, age, and gender. These principles or leadership tools can be applied to any leadership context. Third, I have met many high potential leaders who are not progressing on their leadership journey. They either don't know where to begin or somehow they get off the path. Maybe you can relate. You see, these leaders, they need a coach. They need someone to come alongside them and encourage, challenge, and inspire. But more importantly, they need someone to simply believe in them. As I look back over my own personal leadership journey, I realize that I've been blessed with many mentors and coaches, men and women who took the time to invest in me, people who saw latent potential and had patience to help me develop it. That's why I started this site. I wanted to provide a space where aspiring leaders like yourself could be equipped and grow in their leadership. I wanted to provide opportunities where we can equip you to be the best version of yourself so that you can lead others to be the best versions of themselves. So here's how the blog is going to work. We're going to have weekly posts, or as I like to call them, leadership training sessions. We break down these sessions into 3 categories: personal leadership, public leadership, and leadership fundamentals. Just like the foundation, walls, and roof are necessary for a house, these categories are vital for effective leadership. Personal leadership, it's like the foundation of our house. Everything rests upon it. Stephen Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, says, private victories precede public victories. You see, if you want to lead people effectively, you have to first know how to lead yourself effectively. So these sessions are going to focus on internal leadership. Public leadership is like the walls or structure of the house. They are visible and most people notice it when they visit. John Maxwell, who's an author and speaker, says that if no one is following you, you are simply taking a walk. You see, at some point, we have to move beyond just leading ourselves and begin leading others. So these sessions are going to focus on external leadership. Leadership fundamentals, they're like the roof. Most people don't notice it, but you have to have it to protect what's inside the house. These fundamentals are not flashy, but they will help protect your leadership from forces, both internally and externally, that want to destroy your leadership. Forces like pride, character compromises, poor decision-making, and so on. These sessions are going to focus on the disciplines and habits that not only protect your leadership, but will also help refine it. Now, at the end of each session, I'm going to give you a game plan. I'm going to give you a few takeaways that you can apply right now to your current context. I'm also going to have what I like to call a tweetable lesson. This is a short phrase or quote that will connect what we've discussed. Finally, we're going to include session notes. These notes are an outline of the content that we've talked about. And if you're more of a visual learner or you want to review the material, these session notes will be very beneficial to you. All right, here is today's game plan. I've got 2 takeaways or questions for you. First, what's your blog? Now, I don't mean an actual blog, but what's your platform or passion that you want to leverage to help others out? As you've learned, blogging is one of mine. So what's yours? Every leader needs a platform or an avenue that provides opportunities to come alongside others and help them out. Second, are you a leader? This blog is about leadership. And I know many of you are wondering, does that include me? I want you to take some time and think about how you would define leadership. And in our next session, I'm going to answer that question. Is everyone a leader? As I wrap up, here's your tweetable lesson. It's by author and speaker John Maxwell. Your passion will have more influence than your personality.